Hey everyone, welcome back into Family Porties. Hanging out with Cookie and Remington's puppies here, coming along very well. They're doing great. They're a little bit over a week old, almost a week and a half old. They don't have their eyes open yet, but that's coming along here in a little bit. We have 3 boys. Yeah, sorry, I just gotta look at it. 3 boys and 6 girls. So hanging out with the puppies today, 3 boys, 6 girls, doing very well, coming along very well. We got some combinations with chocolate and white and black and white. Just overall a very diverse litter when it comes to coloration. We have some salt and pepper puppies, which is something that's definitely more on the rare side, and people tend to lean towards that. So I'm very excited for Cookie and Remington's puppies here. I know the list is relatively full, so really excited to each and every family on that list. If anyone has any questions after this video or at any point in time, feel free to reach out to me, of course. And today we're just going to be talking about each one, giving you a good feel for their coloration. At this point, obviously not much personality to talk about. They still don't have their eyes open. They're still pretty inactive in general. So it's pretty much drink milk, eat and sleep is basically what it comes down to at this age. And then, you know, here in the next couple weeks, we'll definitely see them coming around a little bit more, becoming a little bit more active, a little bit more outgoing, and definitely see some playful energy coming through. So starting things off, we got girl number 1. So this is one of the salt and pepper puppies. She's definitely got some salt and pepper coming through. Kind of got some darker, I guess, undertones coming through here in the light, like in the white areas. You can definitely see the salt and pepper on the face, and then kind of on the legs as well. So kind of extending down. Beautiful coloration there for her. So that's girl number 1 here for you. Definitely predominantly white, but I feel like that's going to probably turn into like a more of a chocolate white-ish coloration. So kind of a mixture between white and chocolate. So it could turn out to be like a very cool coloration. I absolutely love the salt and pepper look. It's super unique. It definitely stands out, and it's a pretty interesting color combo. So moving on, I know we've been kind of talking about some of these puppies and wondering if they're going to be salt and pepper or not. I know there's a couple that are like probably not going to be and probably will be, so it's kind of hard to tell at this age, but oftentimes you can kind of see some salt and pepper come through. So you'll see right here some darker undertones coming through, definitely on the feet here. It's a little bit more noticeable. This is a boy, so coming through, you can kind of see it on the nose as well, on the front paws. Kind of see that coloration with the salt and pepper come through. So chocolate and white here again with the salt and pepper for a boy. I'll just keep setting them over here. You can see them kind of snuggled up over here. I don't know if you can see it really very well, but they'll definitely bunch up and get in the bundle. It's kind of a natural puppy thing to do, so they'll all huddle up and gather around. And even though it's room temperature here and it's not like they gotta stay warm, it's kind of a natural thing for them to do. Kind of see them all bundled up here, keeping each other warm. So moving on to the tinier puppy, one of the tinier puppies in the litter. This is a boy, and he is black and white. I think might have a little bit of salt and pepper coming through. It's a little bit hard to tell for him. I see a little bit of a darker undertone coming through here on the hind paws, but I think the majority of him is going to be more leaning towards that black and white. He's got a little bit of a white spot up top. Big yawn, little guy, you missed it. I got front row seats. There you go. And then a nice tuxedo up front. Get a beautiful white mustache, milk mustache going on, kind of all around his nose and then the chin area as well. So nice little guy. Another big yawn for him. I'll just plop him here. I'll just kind of huddle up and gather around. We'll keep going here. We got a chocolate and white girl. I don't think she's gonna have much salt and pepper. I don't really see that coming through. If anything, a little bit here on the back paw, but I don't imagine her having much salt and pepper. We got some nice white here on the front. Overall, a nice collar wrapping around, a little bit of a white blaze, so a beautiful coloration here for this girly. She also has a white tip tail, so beautiful coloration there for this girly. We'll keep on rolling. If you're curious about salt and pepper, if you've never heard about that, oftentimes as puppies they look completely white, and then you kind of get an undertone coming through, a little bit like darker spots, and it'll turn out, it depends a little bit, but most times it turns out closer to what like Chloe would look like or Cookie would look like. Now your chocolate and white coloration tends to lean a little bit more of a mixture between chocolate and white, comparing to like that grayish look. So a little bit of a difference there, but you'll definitely get a pretty unique coloration. It's not like a solid color. It's not like a chocolate or you know, a dark black coloration. It's more of kind of a mixture between the two colorations. So it's something not a lot of people have or have heard about it as far as like the Porty breed. The Porties are known to be black and white or chocolate and white, pretty set in stone. So pretty interesting to have kind of these different colorations and different things to talk about that kind of come along as genetics and everything kind of come around. So and this little, I guess, I'm pretty sure it's a boy. Nope, it's a girl. So this one, black and white. Got some salt and pepper coming through here on the back, showing a little bit. It's a little bit hard to tell. Like some of it's pretty solid around, like the blaze here is pretty solid. Overall is pretty solid, but I do see a little bit of salt and pepper coming through back here on the back. So I guess it's something to keep an eye on for this little girl. But super, super cute. These guys are pretty tiny. With a larger litter like this, comparing to like Macy's litter, or even not necessarily Lily's litter. I'd say Lily's litter is very similar as far as size, but some of these pups are just a little bit smaller, and it has to do with like the size of the litter, and being a little bit of a larger litter definitely affects that size. And then Cookie, she's not huge. She's a little bit on the smaller side, so these puppies will definitely be a little bit smaller overall. And then with the larger litter, you'll just see these puppies be smaller at this age, and then normally they hit like a growth spurt around like 6 to 10 weeks for sure. Sometimes earlier on. Oftentimes when you switch from mama's milk to dry food, oftentimes you'll see a little bit of a difference as far as size and growth. So here's a very small, I believe, boy. Yep. So I'd say the smallest boy, he's tiny, very small. So if you're looking for a smaller puppy, this might be it. He's black and white, pretty solid coloration. I don't see much salt and pepper coming through. So pretty solid black and white. Got a nice tuxedo up front and a nice little milk mustache here as well. A big yawn that's a big yawn for a little puppy. And he's pretty tiny overall, like comparing to litter mates, like I'll just show you here. In comparison to like these two, there's definitely a pretty big difference. So he's gonna stay, I would say he's gonna be a smaller guy in general overall. So just a heads up on that. And we'll of course keep an eye on that too, and kind of keep you posted on that. Next up is a boy. Got not much salt and pepper coming through for this guy. I would say a pretty solid chocolate and white. We do have a little bit, but I think it's more of a, like right here you can kind of see the whites kind of overlapping the chocolate, so it's not like it's an undertone, it's more of just how his hair is laying here. So I wouldn't say there's much salt and pepper going on, but sometimes you'll see a late development, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on here. You got a nice white sock and a beautiful blaze here. I'll show you up front. Just a clear white look here up front. So overall, beautiful guy there. This little guy's crying. There you go. Way better. No, maybe not. Moving on here, we got a very salt and pepper. This is a girl, and she's pretty heavy on the salt and pepper. So you can definitely see this. This is a great example for you on salt and pepper. So you'll see that coloration like on the hind paws there. That's like a heavy salt and pepper. coming through on the front paws a little bit too, coming on the tips there, and also kind of extending up. A nice white spot there up top. Salt and pepper coming through in the tuxedo. Definitely kind of a different coloration here for you for this girly. So beautiful salt and pepper there. Big yawn for her. Set her down there. Keep following along. Next up here is a girl as well. So black and white, not much salt and pepper again. Pretty solid colorations all around. Not much coming through as far as that undertone. So overall pretty solid coloration. Got nice white blaze in between her eyes. Overall just a beautiful coloration. A nice white tip tail. It's almost like half of her tail as well. And I'll show you up front. Just overall white. So overall an absolutely phenomenal litter. Again, Cookie and Remington, they're doing great. They're coming along very well. This litter's been doing great from the get-go and seem to be in the clear as far as health and just doing very well. So they were born on January 5th. They'll be ready to go home around March 4th. So if you guys have any questions for me about these puppies or have any questions about the litter in general as far as availability, feel free to reach out to me. You're always more than welcome to text or call. My number is 330-621-3917. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, like and subscribe. Follow along for these puppies. Follow along for future litters. Maybe this breed is the right breed for you. You're always more than welcome to reach out to me and see if it might be the right fit. So thanks for tuning in today, guys, and we'll see you next time.